All right, we back talking entertainment. I told you guys we do more than boxing here and more than sports. We're talking about Notorious BIG, Biggie Smalls. You know what it is. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow with the Boxing Clinic and more. And having a debate in the barbershop the other week, and I'm just finally getting around to this video. It's been a jam-packed week for me in the page as well. But people was I heard Chris Rock say it as well. He's a student of the game as well. And most of you guys who watch my rap videos are student of the games or, some new gen in here. And I'm going to do the Migos Culture 2 review tonight. So look out for that. I'm in the middle of listening to it. I got like 35 more tracks to go. They got 24 tracks on there. Shout out to Apple Music one time for the one time. But a lot of people say, like Chris Rock and other people say in a barbershop, say Notorious B.I.G., only 2 albums is not enough to put him in as an all-time top 5 MC, as an all-time elite great. Talk about top 5, top 10. Those are overall elite greats. And I can understand if it was something like Big Pun. We had one album that was real, real good. But, in my opinion, Biggie dropped 2 exquisite elite albums. And for me, he's number 1 or number 2. Most of the time, I tie him and Pac. And as you get older and you go back and listen to some of the things that he was rapping about, you go back and you still pick up gems from Biggie raps. You do that with a lot of rappers, but even like some 20, 30 years later, I'm still, deciphering some of the lyrics. I'm still saying, oh, dang, he said that. How you put that wordplay together like that? And his flow was like, you can't duplicate that. I mean, he has the best flow I ever heard. Him and Big L, it's just how smooth and suave, smooth or suave that flow comes out. And, Ready to Die, man. I mean, it's one of my favorite albums. But people will say, well, that wasn't even the best album that came out that year. It was Nas Illmatic. And I ain't gonna argue, But, if you talk about the complete rap album, Ready to Die had it. Nas Illmatic was more food for thought. Biggie had food for thought, storytelling. It had the club banger as well. I mean, I love Machine Gun Funk, Suicidal Thoughts, Everyday Struggle, 2 of my favorite songs out of there. They had Big Pop on there. I mean, Machine Gun Funk, I still love listening to that joint. I mean, the Juicy, hey, the joint was crazy, man. It was crazy, man. I mean, listening to rap today and listening to that's my groove right there. You know what I'm saying? That real rap shit right there that Biggie was spitting. And Life After Death was, some people consider that even better. Hypnotize and The Sky's the Limit. And it was a great, 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 great album as well. And when you have 2 elite albums like that, I think that's all it takes, in my opinion. I mean, it's not like, okay, those are, okay albums. These are elite. And Life After Death, even though he died, and that was, that really, the sales contribute to his death. But that album was great on its own. Hypnotize is one of the greatest crossover rap songs ever. I mean, I still have, people of all nationalities still coming to me talking about Hypnotize, how great that song was. And I even had a white guy that I used to, truck driver to work with. He said that's the only rap song that he liked. And obviously he wasn't racist because he used to bring me stuff from his farm. He had his own farm, deer meat. He used to chop up the cheese. And this dude was an okay dude, And, man, that's the one rap song he liked out of all of them was Hypnotized. And that just shows you how great and how crossover that song was. And, he's in my top 1 or 2, man. Him and Pac is very close. It's neck and neck. As I get older, when I was younger, it was Pac by a landslide. But I get older and I still keep just listening to Biggie. And I'm comparing him to these guys today. And the stuff that he's talking about is just like, man, like people know what I'm talking about. When you live through that, man, and you younger, you listening to it and you like the song, you're not picking up, but you picking up on some of the things. And but when you get older, you start to understand and kind of, your life lessons, you understand what he's talking about now. When you're struggling a little bit more and you got bills and they piling up, and now you can relate to that even 20, 15 years later. You can relate to what he's saying, and I can definitely relate to what Biggie was spitting through all his life's lessons of storytelling, and that's something to be had. When you have a gift of storytelling with ease, like him and Tupac, Slick Rick, and the other rappers had, I mean, those just icing on the cake right there, already to great MCs. And for people that say that on here had 2 albums, hey, some rappers don't even have 1 album. They had 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hits, or whatever it may be. Biggie, had, 2 epic albums, man. And that was enough for me. And people say, only had a sample. Hey, I take that sample over a lot of people's full entree. You feel me? And it ain't just that I'm on the close to the East Coast or I'm a fan of old rap. I'm a fan of classic shit that's timeless. And when you come out with 2 elite timeless albums, man, you hey, hey, Brooklyn Bed-Stuy, that's me, man. That's the rap I like, and I'll take that little sample size and put it in my 1 and 2. I don't care what Chris Rock say. I don't care what them haters on the West say. I don't care what them haters on the East or the South say. Hey, this my boy. He my number 1A, 1B to Pac, 1A, 1B, whatever you want to put him, or number 2. Big is my guy. And only with 2 albums, I'm still putting them in number 1 and number 2. I don't care what y'all fools say. It was great. It was epic. How these dudes is rapping today. Come on, man. You gotta put extra on that, man. You gotta put extra on that man's name. Because what he doing now, that rap still trumps what they doing today. And they got better production and all that stuff and social media. So that's where I stand. Let me know what y'all think. We out.